It seems the United States media, Australian media, and to be honest, much of the world's media are trying to make it look like EVs are not popular by saying EVs are slowing down, no one wants them, etc. Of course, I've mentioned on the channel a few times that that isn't really true. In fact, it's not true at all. However, these numbers show that these claims from the media are so staggeringly false that they're utterly ridiculous. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans, you're watching the Electric Viking. I think it's very clear that EV demand in America it's terrible. I mean, no, actually it's pretty good. Have a look at this number here. EV sales. In the third quarter of 2023, EV sales increased by 143% versus the third quarter of 2021. So exactly 2 years later, EV sales have increased by 143%. I recently, in fact yesterday, made a video about Volvo and their CEO. I made a video about Hyundai and their CEO, saying EV sales demand has not gone down. In fact, if anything, it's gone up in America. I think some context here is necessary. Zachary from Clean Technica said that US fully electric vehicle sales have grown enormously. We just don't have the right context here to understand it. Sometimes if we watch the grass grow, we think it's growing slowly, but actually it's growing quickly. Despite all the media hype around weak electric vehicle demand and sales, they're actually growing quickly. Compared to Q3 2021, electric vehicle demands, compared to Q3 2021, EV sales grew by 143%. Compared to Q3 2022, EV sales were up by 44%. But this year, EV sales have actually grown nearly 60%, in fact 59% growth versus the same first 10 months of the year in 2022. In terms of actual volume, here are the numbers. EV sales in the third quarter of 2021, 90,246. In the third quarter of 2022, 173,400. So what percentage of all cars are electric? 7.5%. However, 43% of all luxury vehicles sold in the third quarter of 2023 were fully electric. And usually the trends in the luxury market segment will actually hit the more affordable market, the standard market, within the space of 1 or 2 years. I'm not saying that 43% of all EV sales in America will be electric in 1 or 2 years, but maybe give it 3 or 4, and I'm pretty confident it's going to happen. One reason I'm confident of that is the massive investment. It's not just Tesla who are investing big time into EV production in America, it's almost every car company in the world. All of them are taking it seriously. Now, of course, I'm excluding the Chinese car companies here, but all the legacy automakers, Tesla, Rivian, and many other car manufacturers have committed to invest more than $100 billion in EV production, including batteries, in America over the next 5 years. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of production. Who led the sales figures? Well, the Tesla Model Y and the Model 3, of course, were first and second. In fact, those two vehicles accounted for 50% of all EV sales so far this year. In just over 50%. In third place was the Chevy Bolt EV and EUV. Fourth was the Rivian R1T and the R1S with 15,564 sales. It's very surprisingly, it nearly beat the R1T/R1S, nearly beat the Chevy Bolt EV EUV. Really good numbers here from Rivian. It really does show you that there is a lot of demand for electric trucks, even if Ford tries to tell you there isn't. Just because people prefer the Rivian R1T over the Ford F-150 Lightning doesn't mean people don't want electric trucks. Anyway, next was the Ford Mustang Mach-E with 14,842 deliveries, and that was followed by the Hyundai Ioniq 5. After the Ioniq 5 was the Volkswagen ID4 with 10,707 deliveries. So the key takeaway here, guys, is that 43% of all vehicles sold in the third quarter were, the luxury segment, were fully electric. EV sales have grown in the space of 2 years by 143%. And whilst that growth rate may have slowed down a little, it doesn't mean it's not still really, really fast. At some point in time, growth rates have to slow down. It's impossible for them not to. For example, you could say EV sales are slowing down in Norway. EV sales growth is slowing down in Norway. I mean, EV sales growth is sitting at about the 90% mark. It's gone up from 88 to 89 to 90. I mean, that growth is terrible. It's shocking because it's growing so slowly, but it's already at a high penetration rate, so it can't really grow that much faster than that. And I think that's the sort of thing we're looking at here. In comparison to Norway, EV sales growth in America is staggering. It's just incredible. But in comparison to American growth rate in EV sales in 2022 versus 2021, of course, it has slowed down. Doesn't mean EVs are not still very popular. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.